Hello readers, this weekend is the Respawn-A-Thon Read-A-Thon. I wanted to take a few minutes to go over some of the things that I might be reading and also to tell you guys about the giveaways we have going on. I did say in my announcement videos that I am a gamer, but as games have evolved, so has the realism in them, and we've been pushing further and further to this 3D world and first-person experience, and unfortunately for me, those kinds of games give me simulation sickness. So it's made it really difficult for me to enjoy the stories in video games, hence why I like reading about them. As a reminder, there are 4 challenges for this read-a-thon. Because I have major issues sticking to TBRs, I've selected a bunch of books for each challenge that I could read, depending on what mood I'm in. I have so many books that I'm not really gonna go into what they're about. Hopefully you recognize the covers, and you may have already seen them on BookTube, and if you haven't, Google is your friend. For challenge number 1, Warp Zone, I have a few books, and the challenge is to read a book that takes place in a different world. For that, I could potentially read BioShock Rapture by John Shirley, and this is actually a prequel to the video game. It sounds like this takes place after the end of World War II, and how a man named Andrew Ryan decided to create a utopia, the utopia of Rapture, and then what happens to it. Another book for me to choose from is The Flood by William C. Dietz, and this takes place in the Halo universe and involves their fight against the Flood. I purchased this book specifically for Respawnathon, and it is God of War by Matthew Stover and Robert E. Vardman. So according to the back of this, it's supposed to offer deeper insights into the critically acclaimed God of War franchise. This novel returns us to the dark world of ancient Greek mythology, explored in the heart-pounding action of God of War, the best-selling video game. Then I have Otherworld by Jason Segel and Kirsten Miller. Otherworld is a virtual reality game, but it sounds like you kind of leave the real world behind a little bit, so I felt like this fit for Warp Zone, and if not, it's okay because it's my read-a-thon and I get to make the rules. Then I have Reign of the Fallen by Sarah Glenn Marsh. So this book will take you to a shadow world called the Deadlands. There's necromancers in here. I also heard that there is a bisexual relationship. It sounds interesting, so it's on my list. Oh, and as you can see, I've selected some books that are not video game related, which is totally acceptable. The challenges are generic enough so that anybody can participate, and I really hope you will. I also have the Ocarina of Time manga that I can read for Warp Zone. It'll take you to Hyrule. The story and art in this book is by Akira Himikawa. This is part of a series. I'm honestly not sure how many there are. I don't remember if there's like 7 or 11. I don't think there's too many. But there is a small set of them. The second challenge is PowerUp. Read a book where the main character has powers or abilities. For this, I have selected The Bells by Danielle Clayton, and from what I understand, the main character has the power to control beauty. Next, I have Shadow Shaper by Danielle Jose Older. In this, the main character has the power of shadow shaping that's described as a thrilling magic that infuses ancestral spirits into paintings, music, and stories. Then there's Warcross by Marie Lu, which, as you may already know, also takes place in kind of this virtual reality game that everybody plays called Warcross. And I think the main character kind of has the power of identifying errors in code. I might be completely wrong on that, but I'll give you guys an update after I've read it. The third challenge is press start to continue. Read a sequel in a series. I have the Lexi Cooper Omnibus here, and this is written by Krista Charter. For those of you familiar with Xbox stuff back in the day, there was an Xbox host named Trixie360, and so after leaving Xbox, she set out and she wrote some video game related mystery novels. I've already read the first one, which is called Schooled, and I will try to move on to the second one, which is called Pwned. For press start to continue, I also have the option of reading The Flood, which is the second book in the Halo series, but that's about it. That's all I've selected for that one. For the bonus round, which is basically read anything that's video game related, whether that's a strategy guide or a manga or a graphic novel or a regular novel. And for that, I have April Kelleher's journal from The Division, which is pretty cool because it's got some things that actually come out of the book. It's definitely been roughed up, and it looks like a worn and torn journal. Do you hear me breaking the spine? So there's like a Manhattan map in there, and there's like notes written all in the margins. There's a Metro card. So really there's a lot of cool things in this journal. It says New York Collapse, a survival guide to urban catastrophe. And it looks like that may be written by Warren Merchant. For the bonus round, I can also read the Legend of Zelda manga. I could do this one, or I can do the next one in the series, which would also apply to press start to continue. And then lastly, I picked up this Overwatch comic book anthology that has the background stories of all the characters. And I picked this up today also for Respawnathon. So those are all the books that I've made available to myself for this weekend. And again, I am a moody reader, so I'll be grabbing whatever appeals to me in the moment. Be sure to subscribe to the Respawnathon Instagram and our Twitter. As you're reading and participating this weekend, make sure that you mark your tweets and your images with Respawnathon so that I can find them and retweet them, and also share your images on Instagram. We do have a few physical prizes, and those giveaways kick off today. This Read-A-Thon is also being hosted by RachelRae and For the Love of Books and Reading, so make sure you check out their channels as well. They will have different giveaway links available. Some of the prizes include a copy of Otherworld by Jason Segel and Kirsten Miller, a copy of Warcross by Marie Lu, and then another prize that's going to include those two books plus Ready Player One. And then we're also giving away 6 months of Kindle Unlimited. During the weekend, I'll be doing Twitter and Instagram giveaways where I'll be giving away $5 and $10 Amazon gift certificates. However, you'll find links to the book giveaways in the description below. We will be kicking things off at midnight on Friday, and it will be going until 11:59 on Sunday the 25th. I've asked that no giveaway accounts be used to enter into the contest. International readers are eligible to participate, but only if Book Depository will deliver to your country. So keep that in mind when you decide to enter. I can't wait to start reading this weekend and to celebrate video games and books with you guys. So thanks for watching, and see you next time.